Good afternoon. If we could start like settling in, we're about to start. All rise.
Jordy, come right up. Come right up. Right up here. Second chair right here. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Hayden, you have a chair right up here. Right up here. Oh, you got to leave? Okay. All right. Well, thank you for gracing us with your presence. All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our first investiture here at the Osvaldo N. Soto building. And it also happens to be the investiture of our very own Christine Bandin, or Bandin, as we call her. As we get started today, I want everybody to stay standing as we call up a very special young lady, Sienna Christine Rodriguez, Judge Bandin's daughter, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Right up here, Sienna. It'll pick up your voice, I promise.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Sienna. Please remain standing as we will now hear an invocation from Judge Bandin's cousin, Miss Dori Jedit Anselmi.
Or her replacement for today. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together today to honor the service and leadership of the Honorable Christine Bandin as we celebrate her investiture as Circuit Court Judge of the 11th Judicial Circuit in and for her beloved hometown of Miami-Dade County, Florida. Lord, we ask that you continue to guide and protect Christine so that she may honor you through her service. Grant her wisdom and discernment as she carries out her responsibilities. May your will dwell richly in her heart, and may her leadership reflect the fruit of your Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. For as your word reminds us in Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 to 23, against such things there is no law. May these virtues help shape her judgment, steady her in moments of difficulty, and be evident in each and every one of her acts of service to our community. In Jesus' name, and with Mary in all things, we pray. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. You may all be seated now. Thank you. All right, good afternoon, everybody. On this very special day, I want to recognize some very special guests that are here with us today. First, I want to recognize Mr. Hayden O'Byrne. He's the acting deputy assistant attorney under the United States Department of Justice, and he is here with us from D.C. I also want to recognize Ms. Victoria Mendez, who is here with us and also a good friend of the courts, and she's the former city attorney for the city of Miami. We also have our United States attorney, a former colleague of ours, Mr. Jason Redding Quiñones, who's present here with us. Then I have Mr. Martin Zilber, who is one of our retired jurists that is also here with us. We also have some members from voluntary bar associations. First, I want to recognize Daniel Force, who's the president of the Coral Gables Bar Association. And you all had seats right in front. I saved you seats right there where it says reserved seating, voluntary bar leadership. That's a place that you will know it's yours. You can also put that lovely gift for Judge Bandin right up here with her other collection of gifts. Thank you so much. All right. Wonderful. All right. Moving right along, we have Melissa Roca Shaw, who's the secretary who's secretary for the Florida Women's Association. And also, you had a chair up here. Sharice Morgan is also here. I don't see her, but maybe she's coming in a little bit late. She is past president of the Miami-Dade Bar. We have our newly installed president of the Miami-Dade Trial Lawyers, Amanda Demanda, who is here present with us, as well as our immediate past president, Bobby Nunez. In the future, read the signs. They're for you, I promise. From the legal prosecutors, we have Mr. Jeffrey Pierce, who is with us as well. And from the Miami Lakes Bar Association, we have Trinette Sarand, the past president. From Wilkie D, we have Michael Davis, the president. And from the JNC, we have Mr. Scott Diamond, who is here with us, present here today. And from Miami-Dade College, we have their general counsel, Javier Le Soto. Thank you all for being here. We could not do what we do today without cooperation from the members of all the voluntary bar associations, so we appreciate all of your support. In addition to those people, I want to introduce our court family who is here today. First, I have Ms. Catherine Fernandez-Rundle, who is present here. As well on behalf of her office, the State Attorney's Office. On behalf of the Public Defender, Carlos Martinez, he could not be here today. We just had a very big meeting and he beat me up, so he had to go. Ms. Dion McDonald-Joseph, who's representing him here today, a senior supervising attorney at his office. On behalf of Regional Counsel, we have our friend, Ms. Sylvia Gonzalez, who's always here present. And we have next to her our general counsel, Ms. Pat Gladson, and representing our trial court administrator, Sandy Garcia, who's her deputy assistant. I also want to recognize two people that are part of my inner circle, and that's Ms. Eunice Siegler. She is our public information officer. She helps put all of these events together, so she's probably running around somewhere. I always want to, oh, there she is. A little shout out to her. And our newest member of the executive team is our Director of Judicial Security, Ms. Marilyn Perez, who's also in the back of the courtroom, and she orchestrates all of the many liaison officers that are running around here are protecting us. So thank you both. Lastly, to my left, we have the very important partner that we cannot do any court hearings without, and without him, we can't have anything docketed. So we want to give thanks to Juan Fernandez-Parquin for being here with us, our clerk and comptroller. Thank you for being here. Let's give a round of applause to all of those here. Okay, moving right along, we will have our first speaker, which will be a speaker on behalf of the Florida Bar. Coincidentally, he is also, we're going to speak from over there, we're also the president of the Cuban American Bar Association, and that is Mr. Jordi Carlos Santiago Martinez Cid.
Palacio Esquire.
Isn't that nice? Look, you don't have your back to anybody. You get to see everybody.
I need a column right here, please. May it please the court. You got my full legal name. I'm here and have the privilege to speak today on behalf of the Florida Bar and the Cuban American Bar Association. Thank you all in attendance. Thank you particularly Judge Bandin for the honor and Chief Judge Fajardo Orsan. I know Judge Bandin more on a personal level, but what I know about her on a personal level and what I hear about her from those that practice before her seems to align perfectly. She's a person of character and integrity. She is no nonsense. She is a problem solver, and she's pragmatic. She follows the law, but she never loses sight on how the law impacts the people in front of her. I think a large part of that is her sense of devotion. And I don't mean that in a religious sense. I use the word because I hope that it captures the profundity of her dedication, of how much she cares. She cares deeply about her family. She cares deeply about the families that appear before her, and in children in particular. She understands sometimes that the problem-solving process can be part of the problem. So she works very hard to move things along quickly and to get things resolved. She never loses sight of the impact that she has on people's lives. And I mean that again in both a personal and professional sense. I think she sees that very clearly with her own daughter. and the children, the daughters, the sons that appear before her. My colleagues and the community at large know how hard she works and the lengths to which she shows her devotion. I can think of no better example than one that was relayed to me, where Judge Bandin had a personal emergency come up. It was a contentious family proceeding, and instead of canceling the hearing, she took it by Zoom in the hospital at her mother's bedside. Both her family and the families that appear before her know how much she cares, and she's doing everything possible to help. And I think that's obviously a very admirable quality for a judge. So on behalf of the organizations I represent, thank you, Judge Bandin. We wish you the best of luck and continued success. And thank you again for the privilege of being able to address everyone in the audience.
You want to go down and give him a hug? This is our learning process. Please feel free to let us know at the end if you like, dislike, what could we do better? All right, next, on behalf of the Miami-Dade Bar, we have Miss Melissa Jordan, who's here present with us.
Good afternoon, everyone, and my apologies, I am not John today, so bear with me in anything that I say. If you don't like it, take it up with John, please. But Judge Bandin, I haven't had the opportunity to be in front of you before, and I don't know you that well personally, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to do that. But from the colleagues that I have spoken to, I am aware of some of the wonderful attributes of you. So may it please the court, honorable judges, friends, and family. In literature and in film, we often find wisdom in unexpected places. And I have been advised in particular that Judge Bandin has an affinity for Harry Potter. And so in the Chamber of Secrets, Professor Albus Dumbledore says, and I quote, "It is our choices that show us what we truly are, far more than our abilities." This simple truth resonates deeply when we consider the remarkable career of Judge Christine Bandin. Throughout her professional journey, Judge Bandin has consistently made choices that reveal her character, her values, and her unwavering commitment to justice and public service. Her story began with an inquisitive mind and exceptional skills. Her sharp instincts and sharpshooting abilities nearly led her down a different path. At that point, it was to become an agent for the FBI. She certainly had the analytical mind, the precision, and the dedication to make a fine investigator. However, she chose instead to pursue a career in the legal profession, where she could use those same qualities to advocate for clients and uphold the rule of law. Judge Bandin's legal career flourished. She earned partnership at Schutz & Bowen, a venerable law firm with a distinguished reputation here in South Florida. There, she built a practice marked by diligence, integrity, and excellence. Her work caught the attention of Governor Rick Scott, who appointed her to the bench, recognizing in her the qualities essential to a fair and thoughtful jurist. Now, as she ascends to the circuit court, she brings with her the wisdom and the experience she has gained from her years of dedicated service. Her elevation is not merely a promotion, it is a recognition of her judicial temperament, her commitment to fairness, her ability to handle complex matters, and come before the circuit court. What sets Judge Bandin apart is her nature. She is perceptive and observant. She prefers to listen and understand rather than to be the center of attention. In a profession where many seek the spotlight, she seeks only the truth. She values patience, is careful in consideration, and never overrushes a judgment. Judge Bandin seeks to hear what is really being said beyond words and emotions. She understands the litigants come before her, sometimes pro se, and they are emotionally charged cases, sometimes domestic violence situations, where she's had those individuals felt heard and understood in her courtroom. This ability to see the person behind the case to understand the real issues at stake and to humanize the issues that are here before the court, and to treat everyone with dignity are the qualities that make Judge Bandin wise beyond her years. Her humility is genuine. She knows that wearing the robe is a privilege and not a pedestal. She approaches each case with an open mind and a commitment to fairness, regardless of who stands before her. When we reflect on Judge Bandin's service and example she sets, let us all be reminded to observe carefully, listen deeply, and discern thoughtfully. These are the hallmarks of her judicial temperament and the qualities we should all strive to emulate in our own practices. On behalf of the Miami-Dade Bar Association, it is my pleasure to present you with a constitution that is the foundation upon which all justice rests and the document that guides every decision that Judge Bandin will make from the Circuit Court bench. We welcome Honorable Christine Bandin to the Circuit Court bench and thank you on behalf of the 17,000 plus attorneys that are here in our lovely county here for the 11th Judicial Circuit for choosing to serve our community and taking on this new level of responsibility. Your choice to serve honors us all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Jordan, for stepping in. All right, so we have this beautiful Constitution. Very nice. We also have some other things for you up here, Judge Bandin. On behalf of the Coral Gables Bar Association, we have this beautiful crystal plaque for you to have. In addition to that, on the bottom here, you have your plaque, your Circuit Court Conference plaque, and we have so much room now, we gotta figure out. Then that will be, wait. Judge, one of our very own, Judge Barquette, has started a new tradition that we've adopted here. So I'm gonna ask Judge Barquette, and I'm gonna ask you to step down, to meet him down, so that he can do the presentation of the Florida flag. Yes, we're getting better at folding it. So this flag was flown today. If you could look and take a picture that way. This flag was flown today at the Soto Courthouse this morning. My bailiff ensured that it went up, and then it flew for 10 minutes. It came down, and one of our other bailiffs, who's former military, Carlos, wrapped it all up for her, and you have a beautiful certificate to go with it. So it's a new tradition that we have started here. Thank you to Judge Barquette. And now for our favorite part. Put it all down, perfect. And now at this time, we're going to hear some words from some of Judge Bandin's friends. So first to speak will be Judge Elizabeth Espinosa Marin.
Good afternoon, Judge Bandin, colleagues, family, friends. My name is Elizabeth Espinosa Marin, and this is actually a very important point. Because if you are one of the many attorneys who think Judge Bandin and I are the same person, we are not. And we are actually two people, and here in the same room at the same time to prove it. So, it is my great honor to provide you with additional insight into why we are so fortunate to have Judge Bandin as our colleague, and why the residents of Miami-Dade are so fortunate to have Judge Bandin presiding over their cases as a circuit court judge. Thank you, Bandin, for allowing me to deliver remarks on behalf of your family and friends, which I hope will somewhat capture the essence of the exceptional and special person that you are. The celebration of this circuit court investiture has been years in the making. Judge Bandin was elevated to the circuit court, listen to this, May 20th, 2023. Since then, I have been congratulated many times on my appointment, but don't worry, I have passed along all of your congratulations messages to Judge Bandin. We know they were intended for her and not for me because I'm a county court judge, so we're sure there's confusion. While we're on the topic, I'm also frequently asked how my lovely daughter is doing. I don't have a daughter. Judge Bandin does. She's right over there. Sienna, see? There, right? One of my favorites is actually a lawyer in court insisting that I had made a particular ruling 2 days prior. The more confused I looked, the more frustrated the lawyer became. Then I realized, counsel, I don't remember because it wasn't me. That was Judge Bandin presiding on Tuesday, to which I received a sheepish, oh, yes, yes, it was Judge Bandin. I have had proposed orders submitted to me with the name Elizabeth Bandin. This is all true. It has a nice ring to it, but that person does not exist. Judge Bandin, likewise, has had many conversations where she has found herself standing in for me. We've gotten to the point where we just nod, smile politely, play along, then diligently report back to one another. So, you may never know which one of us you're actually talking to. And let me tell you, there is no one that I'd rather be confused with. To me, and I'm sure all of those who know her well, Judge Bandin is a modern-day superwoman. Accomplished, intelligent, courageous, and wise only begin to scratch the surface. Judge Bandin is an accomplished lawyer, an intelligent and courageous judge, a nurturing and wise mother, a kind, loyal, and reliable friend, a loving and protective daughter. Those are just a few of her roles, all of which she juggles with ease and precision. Judge Bandin and I are both proud alumni of Our Lady of Lourdes Academy, and even though we coincided at the school for 2 years, it was not until I was appointed in 2019 that life brought us together. Judge Bandin welcomed me to the bench and we became fast friends. I quickly realized Judge Bandin was a leader and a nurturer. She checked in on me regularly, taking the time to help me research and work through areas of the law that were new to me. Not because she was assigned to mentor me, but because she genuinely cares about lifting up those around her and genuinely cares about the people we serve. She graciously acted as my sounding board as I eagerly shared my new day-in-the-life stories, and she provided me with assurance that she had just as many interesting stories as I did. As we have settled into our judicial roles, I and other colleagues have had the benefit of Judge Bandin's wisdom and perspective regarding our specific role as judges. From watching her in court to the "what would Bandin do" advice, I assure you that in Judge Bandin, you have a courageous guardian of our Constitution, a judge who follows the law without fear or favor, and a jurist who takes tremendous pride in getting it right. In addition to the courage evident in her legal rulings, Judge Bandin is discreetly a boss in other necessary aspects of our job as well, campaigning. I mention this because she never would, but mostly because her hard work and dedication she demonstrated during her 2020 campaign is a testament to her commitment to her judicial oath. Not only because she went all in and won 77% of the vote, but also because she did that while not missing a beat of her work obligations on the bench. Christy, or Bandin as we call her, is a confident, kind, loyal, and reliable friend. She has a lot of friends because people gravitate to her. I know her village, as she calls you, are here today celebrating this important milestone. Christy's confidence makes her a true friend and excellent mentor because she graciously steps away from the limelight while working in the background to ensure that her friends sound smart and look good. You have heard about Judge Bandin's impressive educational and career accomplishments, which are the foundation of a qualified jurist. But what has molded her into an excellent judge and special human being are not the accomplishments themselves, but the journey of toil, perseverance, and resilience it took to get there. These in-between moments are the journey in which she takes pride, where she showcases her strength, and where she finds clarity and purpose. Where most see failure, Judge Bandin sees opportunity to grow better and stronger. That's her magic, as a mother, a daughter, a friend, and a judge. This strong, positive, principled, and courageous person is exactly who you want on the bench, making decisions that affect the trajectory of thousands of families. Like every principled judge, we do not reach this point of being entrusted with such tremendous responsibility without guidance, encouragement, and support from our village. Judge Bandin's village includes her parents, Elvira and Robert, her daughter, Sienna, her aunts, uncles, cousins, and her elementary, high school, and college friends who are too many to name. And although each are essential, the shining star of that village is her mom, Elvira. There's nothing like a solid mother-daughter bond with a splash of Que Pasa USA style oversight to get you through life successfully. Elvira recalls Cristinita's formative years with fondness and pride. I was not surprised to learn that Judge Bandin has always been a driven, focused, and as driven, focused, and determined as she is today. Smart, studious, and organized, Elvira confirmed that when Bandin wants something, she will get it done. I wanted to know from the person who knows her best, what is it about Christy that makes her such a qualified judge? Her mom, of course, said it best. She has a big heart, which perfectly balances her uncompromising commitment to following the law. Ella es muy recta, no se desvía de la línea. She does not stray from the straight line. Christy, your mom is filled with pride as she watches you achieve your goals while nurturing your own mother-daughter bond with Sienna. Your mom is so very proud of you, not only for achieving your longtime goal of serving the public, but for your hard work, dedication, and determination. A final and critical point. If Elvira is the shining star of the village, Sienna, you are the shining star of your mom's universe. As you have heard here today, you have the best mom in the world that loves you more than anything. I'm lucky I get to talk to your mom a lot. And in those conversations, I have learned that you are the motivation that makes your mom such a good judge. Thank you for sharing your mom with all of us. Family, friends, and colleagues, the 11th Judicial Circuit Court is a much better bench with Judge Christine Bandin presiding. Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge Espinosa Marin. And now for additional personal remarks on behalf of Judge Bandin, we're going to ask Judge Rita Maria Cuervo to please come up to the podium.
I don't know how I'm going to compete with that, but here I go, guys. All right, good afternoon, Chief Judge Fajardo Orshan, colleagues, distinguished guests, family, friends, Judge Bandin, and most importantly, Sienna. I am truly honored to have been invited to speak on behalf of Judge Christy Bandin. Today, we finally finally, get to celebrate Judge Bandin's elevation from county court bench to circuit court bench. And now I know Judge Bandin avoids the spotlight and dislikes having all this attention on her. Look at her, she's really not liking this, guys. So instead, I'm gonna talk to you about my friend Christy, not Judge Bandin. Christy and I became friends many years ago when we were in our college era, trying to figure out what we would do and what we would be when we grew up. I think we figured it out, huh?
Yep.
All right.
So,
Christy was that friend whom everyone sought because she provided sound advice and was reliable. She was honest, sometimes too honest. She was sincere. She always was there for you in the best of times and the most challenging of times. And Christy was that friend who could fix anything. We wondered how she did it, where she found the gadgets, and how it got done, but we don't ask questions, it got done. To appreciate Christy and to know Christy, you have to analyze her as you would analyze her most current hero, Taylor Swift. Today, I will take you through the Christy eras. Christy is the only child born into a big and extended and united family. She attended Catholic school throughout her life. Every day after school, Christy, all her cousins, went to their grandmother's house where they would spend time doing homework, playing games, and doing what every Cuban American child does at Abuela's house, eating. Now, during her high school era, Christy, as well as I, attended Our Lady of Lourdes Academy, although we were 2 years apart in a different direction than Judge Espinosa. During that time, the school shaped the foundation of our faith, formed us as to who we are spiritually and intellectually, and attempted to ensure that the hems of our skirts was at least below the knee. Now, during Christy's college era, Christy attended FIU, majored in business, became a DPhi. I know there's a few of you in the house. After graduation, she worked for a non-for-profit organization, and for that year, while she was working there, we'll call it her what to do era. Finally, it was not a shock to any of us that Christy finally decided to enter her law school era at the University of Miami. I recall a few of us throwing Christy a party to celebrate this new era. Now, we prepared a care package that contained candy, very important. It contained country music CDs, yes, CDs, everybody, and gave her the one and only thing she needed, a blue book. I don't know if you still have it, but I do hope you used it because it was really important to us. Now, during law school, as expected, Christy excelled, given her intellect and work ethics, and once she finished law school, she commenced the attorney era. And she started to practice as an insurance defense attorney. Now, Christy was really excited to tell all of us about insurance defense. And, she sat there and she's like, I do PIP cases. And we all looked at her and we were like, huh, okay, great. And all I got out of that was that PIP was an insurance. There's a statute for it, and commas made the difference. Now, I was confused, but confusion didn't last too long because shortly thereafter, I joined her firm in the insurance defense world. Now, in typical Christy fashion, she became my mentor. She would guide me through RFAs, discoveries, you name it. As a good mentor, she taught me how to litigate civil cases, provided candy to aid everyone's sugar fix during the late afternoons. She was a role model in professionalism when interacting with opposing counsel, the court, her colleagues, and staff. And she always treated everyone with respect, decency, and courtesy. Now, Christy was a source of guidance, always had the answers, and if she didn't know the answers, she would take the time to investigate and find the correct answer. Now, in exchange for her guidance, there was a few requirements. First, you had to let her have her first cup of coffee in the morning. Second, you had to let her have lunch at 2 o'clock. And third, you had to let her listen to her country music while she worked. That's it. That's all she asked for. Now, when Christy took the bench, all those qualities that made her a great lawyer also helped make her an excellent judge. She was professional, respectful, and courteous to the attorneys who appeared before her, and her rulings were and are based on the law. During her first few years, there were challenges, but Christy didn't shy away from those challenges. I do not believe that anyone who knows Christy was shocked that she was elevated because we knew she earned it and deserved it. Now, when I took the bench, I once again was able to work with my friend. And I was not surprised to see that she had not changed. Christy remained true to herself, her work ethics, and her values. She still needed her coffee before anything. She still had candy in her office. And she still took the time to answer any questions I had about any issue. Once again, Christy became my mentor, a mentor to me. Now, finally, one of the most admirable qualities about Christy is how she puts into action her love for her family. Christy is selflessly dedicated, unconditionally loving, a devoted daughter, niece, cousin, and most importantly, a mother to Sienna. Now, Christy, during your last investiture, I asked a bunch of our friends who are here today how they would describe you in one word. It was honest, full of integrity, determined, hardworking, trustworthy, blessed, compassionate, humble, and kind. These words still remain true, which is what makes you an amazing friend and an exemplary judge. On behalf of myself, your friends, the Perico Ripiao crew, we are truly blessed for your friendship and extremely proud of you for all you have accomplished. Congratulations, my friend.
Stay right there, Judge Bandin, stay right there. All right, now we're going to ask Sienna, and we're going to ask the star of the village, Grandma, and anybody else. Who else would you like to come down for the oath of office and the robing? Who else do you want? All right, I have the robe, I have the Bible, I'm coming down. She has asked me to do part of the swearing in, and she's asked Deputy Chief Gina Belvides to do part of the swearing in. So I'm going to be stepping down. Judge Belvides, if you can stand up, and I'll be right there.
Chief, may I have a quick moment of privilege?
Of course, of course.
And I promise I'll be quick. I'm a big believer that a judge is we don't change. What happens is the attributes of who you are as a person are amplified when you wear the robe. And it's very fitting we call her Bandin, not even Christy. But who she is as a person is first and foremost, Sienna, a wonderful mother. You know, there's so many times that I ask her to do something, she goes, I can't have Sienna, but I want to be clear what that means. It doesn't mean that she would do something if it worked for you. It means that she prefers to be with you. And that you really are her guiding principle on everything. And that shows that she's someone who has her priorities straight. She is loyal. She's fiercely loyal, and she's unapologetically genuine. And that's exactly the qualities that best represents her on the bench as well. And while to Elizabeth Espinosa Marin, not to be confused with Christy Bandin's point, is why she's a huge asset to the bench. Another important feature for a judge is impartiality. And she shows that impartiality by showcasing that even though she went to Lourdes, and that both of her speakers went to Lourdes, she chose not one, but two St. Brendan graduates to administer the oath of office. Now you can say impartiality, I call it infinite wisdom. So with that, Judge Bandin.
All right, so who wants to hold? Would you like to? Where would you like? This is new. This is new. Where do we go? Okay, so here. All right.
I'm following your orders.
All right.
Please raise your right hand. Place your other one over the Bible. And repeat after me. I, please state your name.
I, Christine Bandin,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
protect, and defend
protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and government
and government
of the United States and of the state of Florida, and that I will well and faithfully perform the duties of judge circuit court of the 11th Judicial Circuit of the state of Florida, on which I am now about to enter. Let's take a group picture. And now, if we can all have a seat, we have the honor of having remarks by Judge Bandin herself, who she has been stressed about for months. Since she decided to do this, she kept calling me. She's like, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I said, no, we're going to do this. Where's your documents? Okay.
Okay. May it please the court. Chief, Judge Fajardo Orshan, colleagues, friends, family, everybody that is here, thank you for being here today. Thank you for taking time out of your day to support me and taking time out of your work and family for being here today with me. I'm truly humbled. Each and every person in this room has had an impact in my life, and your presence is something that will be imprinted in my heart forever. It means more to me than you could ever imagine. I know this moment has been a long time coming. That is a quote from Taylor Swift. And honestly, it may have never been. I really had no intention of having another investiture, as most of you know. Anyone that knows me knows I really, really dislike public speaking. But as Psalm 30, chapter 37:7 so aptly puts it, leave it to the Lord and wait for him. He told me it was time, not for me, definitely not for me, but for everyone else that helped me get here, for everyone that deserves this, because I didn't get here alone, and especially for Sienna and for my mom. The great thing is that I don't believe in coincidences. Today's the 13th day of the month, a day that Catholics remember Our Lady of Fatima, who holds a special place in my heart as far back as my high school days at Our Lady of Lourdes Academy, where the motto is, with Mary in all things. She really has helped me get through so many challenges in my life. So this 13th day is actually really important. It's also great that I get to do it in the new courthouse. I now have two investitures, one the old courthouse and one in the new courthouse. As I kind of mentioned before, nobody gets here alone. And this moment really belongs to everybody that helped me get here, more than it belongs to me, because it takes a village, and everybody here is my village. That village starts with God above all things. In Psalm chapter 37:5, commit to the Lord your way, trust in him, and he will act. And in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, trust in the Lord with all your heart. And that is exactly what I did. He always has a plan and has a path, even if we don't understand it at the time. So I thank God not only for clearing the path for me to get the circuit position that I did in fact get, but for having me wait as long as I did to be here today. And I also thank him for closing doors that I was never meant to walk through, but I didn't know it at the time. I'd like to thank our bar leaders and our bar organizations that are here. You've supported me from the beginning, and I am very, very grateful that you all are here. Jordy, thank you for your kind words on behalf of the Florida Bar and CABA. Thank you for being a great neighbor. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do all the things with all the things. You have a lot going on, and it's impressive that you're able to juggle all of it. I do appreciate that you're here. Melissa, thank you. It's hard, and for somebody like me, I can't imagine what it felt like this morning when you got the, can you pinch it, please? So I really appreciate that you're here, and I appreciate that you did this for me. And thank you for your kind words. Rita, thank you for doing this for the second time. First time it was as a lifelong friend, and this time it's as a lifelong friend and a colleague. I'm so proud to call you a colleague. That was a long time coming too, and I'm so happy that you were here with me in this capacity. I'm eternally grateful for our friendship and your thoughtful words. Thank you. Elizabeth, we haven't been friends for a lifetime, but it definitely feels like we have been. I am so incredibly grateful for our friendship, for the ups, for the downs, for every time you've walked me off ledges. And it is my honor for people to think that I'm you too. And that happens a lot. So thank you for your eloquent speech as always and your beautiful words. Dory, I know that you're not here. I know you're not feeling well. I hope you can hear me. Thank you for writing the beautiful invocation. I know that it's been a rough week and you've managed to do it because you always do it. Because no matter what you got going on, your willingness to help those people that you love is admirable and amazing. And I wholeheartedly appreciate you. And I'm proud not only that I can call you my cousin, but that I can call you my friend. Genesis, thank you for jumping in at the last minute. I am so incredibly proud of you, your accomplishments. It's taken you a long time. It's been a rough path. It's been lots of obstacles, but you did it. You accomplished it. You persevered. Thank you for honoring me with the invocation. I owe a debt of gratitude to Governor DeSantis and the entire EOG legal office, including Jed Doty, Meredith Pardo, Abigail Morgan. I'm grateful that you've placed your trust in me to continue to serve this community in this capacity. I'm also grateful to Dan Normey and Jason Gonzalez for helping me not only elevate to the circuit bench, but from the beginning to the county bench. David Axelman, thank you not only for your unwavering support from the beginning to the end, but for walking me off the ledge a few times throughout the process and for your friendship. Thank you to the Judicial Nominating Commission, who spent countless hours in this process, in particular Hayden O'Byrne, Jesus Suarez, the Honorable Kansas Gooden, Pedro Allende, Miranda Soto Thompson, Scott Diamond, Bob Pardo, Robert Fernandez, and Walter Harvey. Thank you for placing your trust in me and advancing my name to the governor. And to everybody that supported my nomination, I know that the commission placed their trust in me because of that, so I appreciate the support. Chief, thank you for being you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the honor of administering the oath and for always having my back. I truly appreciate our friendship. You are an inspiration to so many people, including me, so thank you. Chief Judge Emeritus Soto, you were my first chief, and to this day I use a quote that you told me that very, very first day that we met, because it was true then and it remains to be true now, 7.5 years later. This is the best job in the world. Thank you for your guidance and friendship. Gina, my first official mentor, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your friendship, guidance, walking me off the ledge so many times that I've lost count, for making me really understand the process and just walking me down the path that I need to be down sometimes. You're a great friend, great judge, great mentor, great colleague, not only to me, but I'm sure everybody that's seated here in front of you is gonna say the same thing. Thank you for administering my oath again for the second time. To Michelle, my unofficial mentor, I didn't get to tell you this the first time, but thank you for taking me under your wing, teaching me and being so incredibly patient with me and being so motherly. I strive to be that motherly. You are amazing, and I'm so happy that you were able to share this day with me today. The 7.5 years I've worked side by side with such amazing colleagues, whatever successes I have as a circuit court judge, I owe in large part to all of you. From the conversations, from the phone of friends, from the DV hot dogs chat, from all the other chats, right, that we have going on, you truly make me a better judge, and I value that.
Lodi and Nat, I truly value our dinners and our intellectual conversations. Javi, thank you for your friendship and always including me in all the things. Yvonne, thank you for pushing me, helping me, and supporting me on the family bench. To my family in its entirety, blood, related, and Cuban cousins, you are a part of me. Everything that I have accomplished, every dream that's come true for me, I owe to you and your support. Mommy, thank you for showing me what true determination and strength shows is. Today is for you. Less than a year ago, I didn't know if you would be here today. But by the power of God and your relentless stubbornness, strength, you are here. I recognize how much you've sacrificed for not only me and to help me, but how much you sacrificed to help Sienna as well. And I thank you for that. Te quiero mucho. Papi, thank you for your unyielding support. You, Jenny, Lori, and Sarita showed me what true loyalty and support is, not only relating to my career, but even through my toughest battles. You guys were with me the whole way, and I appreciate that. I love you all. To that end, thank you, Lori, for letting me hijack your day. It is her 40th birthday, and she let me hijack her day. So I know this day is as special to you as it is to me. To my former colleagues from my A&D family, Lynn, Eric, Cecile, yes, I used a throwback name. I'm so grateful that you still support me and that you're here with me today. To what became my Schutz family, Dario, John, Lee, Steve, and Peter, and so many more that have called and text messaged me. I am humbled by your support. I'm grateful that even though I'm not a colleague and haven't been for quite some time, you're still a part of my life as if I still was. I value our friendship and I value your support. I would be remiss if I didn't mention my court family, from sites to AOC to the various JAs, court specialists that have helped my staff, the court interpreters who did an amazing a cappella rendition of a Valentine song, surprisingly yesterday for me, to the clerks, the case managers, and court personnel. You're the backbone of the circuit, and you all make me look better. So thank you. Eunice and Danny in the back, thank you for helping me put this investiture together and coordinating it in this amazing, beautiful space. My own work family, Irma's, Val, and Nudis. I say it all the time. Without you, I don't keep my head on my body. Like, it just won't happen. I don't know what I would do without the two of you. You are the hardest working people I know. You're with me from 8 o'clock in the morning to, well, I'm not there at 8 most of the times, but you're there from 8 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night sometimes. I appreciate your hard work, your advice, your loyalty, your dedication to me and to the circuit. Thank you. Kendra, I miss you. You still are and will always be part of our court family. And now that you're retired, you need to come visit us. I'll bring the cannoli, you bring the ham, or I bring the ham and you bring the cannoli, one or the other. To my friends, this is a Harry quote. The ones that love us never really leave us. I will start with my queenagers and besties, Eileen, Yvette, Yvonne, Sonia, Margie, Steph, Mel, Heather, Cindy, Daniela, Elena, and Kika. Thank you for always supporting me, always being that ear that listens when I need to vent. You have been there through my breakdowns and my breakthroughs, and you never let me break, so thank you. And Joanne, I definitely stole that from you. That was a perfect line. I loved it. Claudia, who is watching online, I hope you're feeling better. You are my person and will always be my person. I'm so grateful for our 40 years of friendship and for your ability to make me laugh when I really don't want to. But especially thank you for being an amazing grandmother, amazing godmother to Sienna. Thank you. The St. Philip's moms that I know are here, and the St. Philip's family. Amigas, Adriana, Gloria, Heidi, Karina, Liz, Lucy, Marty, Nawal, Wendy. Thank you for your support, your friendship, and so many laughs. It means the world to me that we're able to raise our children together. It means the world to me that we have our dinners. Thank you. And this is going to my Orlando. There's an Orlando crew. There are some things that you can't share without ending up liking each other. And my Orlando crew is called the Perico Ripiado crew. Thank you for a memorable trip, the bucket that we were never able to obtain, and the laughs that will be forever imprinted in my memory and in my heart. Sienna, today is for you, kid. This moment is happening because of you. I wanted you to see this, and I wanted you to experience it and remember it, because you were so little the first time around. I wanted you to be able to look around the room and see the hard work, believing in yourself, and having so many people support you and believe in you do make your dreams come true. It did for me, and it will for you someday. Just keep working hard and keep believing in yourself, and praying. 7 years ago, I stood here giving my personal remarks, sharing with you all about my beginnings. Today, I stand here a very different person, somebody who finally found her judicial voice, someone who has had experiences that have given me a deeper sense of appreciation for this amazing community. This is an honor of a lifetime to be able to serve the people of Miami-Dade County, and I am acutely aware of the tremendous responsibility that I have. And I hope to continue to do it for as long as the Miami-Dade County citizens allow me to do it. Thank you so much for being here. There will be later on a reception at John Martin's for anybody that wants to go. Thank you.
Great job. Felicidades. All right, everybody, have a quick seat. I want to just take a moment of personal privilege and say that the confusion is for real. So I came to Eunice and I said, Eunice, in our weekly meetings, I said, listen, I need you to upgrade the photos on the website because a lot of judges were appointed during COVID and nobody's upgraded their photos, and they were kind of selfies that they took and sent. So I said to upgrade the photo, I said, start with Judge Bandin. She's like, okay. So she comes back the next week, listen, I went to Judge Bandin, and she says she doesn't want to change her photo, that it's a beautiful photo that somebody touched up really nicely. And I was like, oh, God, and who was it? And then Elizabeth comes to me, and she goes, it was me. Anyway, as a new member of your village, it is truly an honor to call you a friend, and thank you for giving me the privilege to preside over your investiture. Our event has adjourned, but I'm going to invite all of you who want to speak to Judge Bandin and congratulate Judge Bandin and her family. I guess we can come up here and, oh, yes. But before, would you allow us a moment to have we're going to have a group picture of the female judges. I'm sorry, guys. But she's a girl's girl. Sienna, you should know. She's a girl's girls, and we have a lot of value for girls. So if we could have all the female judges come up to take a group photo, then we'll include you guys, and then you all can congratulate Judge Bandin.
No, 100%. Get on it.
They're asking us to do something for Women's Month, and we're like, this is it.
Good. Now we're doing a big group. Good. Wow, this is huge.
Thanks for your help. This was a long hearing. Yes, it should be submitted. I did. I did come back for like not enough. There was a lot of process. What else?